Court is calling 2025 CR 012469 and 2024 CR 01259, State versus Richard Nelton Baker. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Defendant for the state of Texas.
Pat Montgomery for Richard Baker.
And are you Mr. Baker?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea and cause number 2024 CR 012590 of no contest to the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And you also entered a plea of no contest to count one and cause number 2024 CR 012469 for the offense of assault family household member with a previous conviction. There was a PSI and TAP evaluation ordered. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
We have, Your Honor.
Any objections?
None, Judge.
All right. And the cause numbers, the defense has applied for deferred adjudication. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I do, Your Honor. Mr. Baker wishes to address the court. I'll call him as a witness.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right. Defense, you may proceed.
Mr. Baker, are you a veteran of the U.S. military?
Yes, sir.
How long did you serve?
16 years.
16 years.
Yes.
Do you have any service-connected disability?
PTSD.
What is the cause of your PTSD?
Overseas in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Did-
I have to at school, I take my test alone. Reading, then concentration. Standing on my left leg. I have surgery on my left leg also.
Do you have psychiatric
Yeah,
issues
I do.
other than the
Yeah.
PTSD?
Yes, sir.
What are those?
Being around certain people, guns, and being compensated.
Do you suffer from hypervigilance?
Yes, Yes.
Have you struggled with any kind of substance abuse?
No, sir.
During your time since you've separated from the service, have you continued to seek treatment from the Veterans Administration?
Yes, at the psych ward of the VA. It's every 6 months.
Other than those twice a year,
Lots of medicine.
what kinds of medicines are you on?
Sertraline, Topromat, Rosine, Trazodone. Stuff for high blood pressure.
Does the Trazodone help with your hypervigilance?
Yes. Yes.
You realize why you're here today?
Yes, sir.
We're asking the judge to place you on some kind of community supervision, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right from the start, we learn Richard Baker is facing serious charges, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and family violence, two separate cases, both extremely heavy. The courtroom tension is already high. Viewers, what do you think? Should a military veteran with PTSD be given another chance? Or is the danger too great?
Do you know that if she does sentence you to some kind of community supervision, you'll be required to report to probation?
Yes, sir.
You'll may be required to do some time in an inpatient treatment program to make sure that you're safe from yourself and folks in the community are safe.
Yes, as long as I get the help.
Is that what you're
Yes.
seeking? Do you feel like the Veterans Administration, despite their best efforts, has not been giving you the help that maybe you could
I can
benefit
use a little
from?
more.
You could use some more.
Yes.
And so what specifically is your request of Judge Floyd?
Turn to anger management and for probation.
And do you understand that if you take deferred adjudication probation and you violate it, you can be sent to prison for 20 years and you would have to do half of that time before you would even be allowed to ask to
Yes,
get
sir.
out early.
Yes, sir.
And that doesn't mean you would get out early. Ask the witness, Judge.
Any questions?
Serving in the military?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Thank
Now you've mentioned that you have suffered from issues since being released from the military.
Yes, sir.
The medication that you were talking about that you had to take to help you with your issues, were you taking it on the day
No,
of
sir.
the offenses?
No, I did not have a prescription refilled at the time.
Why is that?
But the VA is backed up because the certain type is a narcotic. Prozozin, and it takes about a week. And I just ordered it 2 days prior to the incident.
Okay.
And I didn't have transportation to get to the VA to get the medicine.
Now, if you mentioned that you had issues with weapons, why was a weapon involved in one of your charges?
That was an incident I should not have grabbed. That was a mistake of mine. That was the household weapon.
How were you mistaken?
I should not have grabbed. That was when I saw what had happened. I reacted, and it was like I was back over in Iraq.
Okay, so you felt that firing the weapon into
Yes.
the vehicle was a bad decision? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
sir. Exactly.
I don't know if other questions were.
No more questions, Judge.
All right, I have questions if there's no,
No objection, Judge. He did want allocution, so conferring with the court is a great idea.
all right. So you've been on probation before
Yes, ma'am.
for assault, bodily injury, family household.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're telling me that at that time you didn't gain control of your anger?
Notice this Baker admits he's seeking probation and treatment instead of prison time, but here's the catch: deferred adjudication is risky. If he violates it, he could face up to 20 years behind bars. That's the legal gamble being weighed right now.
I took the anger management class with Mr. DeSoto, and I learned. Actually, he recommended me to nursing school.
All right, that was 2018.
Yeah. When I started school in 2000, 2 years ago, we still keep in contact, and I still take my medicine. But at the time, I was not taking it because I was worried about school.
So you're worried about school, so that's why you're not taking.
No, I did not have the medicine at that time because at the time the VA was backlogged.
All right. And then any objections to the court reviewing the PSI report?
None, Judge.
All right. So then my other question is, in the PSI report, tell me what's going on with you and your mother?
Well, I have issues with my brother, actually.
No.
Okay.
That's not my question.
Nothing with my mom.
All right. So why were there items of hers that were pawned? Did she give you permission to pawn her wedding?
Yes.
So she gave you permission to pawn her wedding ring. She gave you permission.
I also let her have. She's on my account at the bank. I told her to get everything out.
I'm sorry, you
I told
what?
her to get everything out using my account. She's on my account.
So wait a minute though. So you're telling the court that she told you to pawn all the televisions in the house and that she told you to pawn her wedding ring
And my computer.
and her lamp.
Yeah.
And you were not, because they're saying that you were using drugs.
No, ma'am. I've never had an issue with drugs.
Then I don't understand your issue then, because you've been given chances with anger management.
The money was used for bills, ma'am. Because I was not working at school. I'm work program study. And I'm 100% disabled with the military.
Your brother says that you have a drug problem. And then this is what is said in here. It says, my son Patrick was in another place, and later I found out he was doing things that were contrary to our belief system. He stole money from my pension, and I gradually found a way to do things by having Patrick come live with me. Then I was able to see a part of what Ricky was doing. He was having women come over. They were supposed to be college studies, but he wasn't. This broke my heart. We later found out that he was on drugs and he assaulted Patrick, and he had just had surgery on his foot. He attacked Patrick and scared me to death. I told Patrick to leave him alone because he already had his foot in a boot. When this was over, Ricky had been hit.
Here the cracks start showing. Judge Boyd presses him about pawning his mother's belongings, wedding rings, televisions. Even a computer Baker claims it was with permission, but the judge isn't buying it. This is a turning point. Is he truly a man struggling with PTSD or someone exploiting family trust?
But he was the aggressor. Patrick was trying to do the right thing. When Ricky hit Patrick, it was right in the abdomen, and he was in pain for 2 weeks or so. That instigated the police to come. Ricky was laissez-faire about everything. He writes letters all the time. I'm positive he wants people to say nice things about him. Ricky is not telling people to write letters to, Ricky is now telling people to write letters to his mom to tell me to quit talking to the DA's office. He writes 6 letters per day and tells Patrick to quit talking to the DA's office. I love my son. I love both my sons. I was raised by a good family. I would rather Ricky stay in prison for a while to learn what he has done. He is a good man, but he has gone crazy, in my opinion. He has also attacked me after my husband died, and I was not treated as a mother for a long while. I was verbally abused, called stupid, and the C word. That's just not what he was raised to do. I don't love the fact that my son is going to prison, but Lord, please put him in prison for a while. There have been times that he has pushed me down and put both hands on my shoulders and pushed me. He has a drug habit. I don't want to lose him. I'm 85 and I really love my children, but the best thing is to get him treatment in a good place where he can go to work, like food or mechanical jobs. Just don't put him in prison to do nothing. We want to support him, but I would rather he be in jail with support. And if that doesn't work, I don't know what to do. He needs to be there and he needs to have something to do there. And we will go see him on a monthly basis. I gradually realized he is using me. And then Patrick says, I'm not asking for any restitution. I didn't have any medical bills. All I ask for is for him to act right. He can't smoke dope all day and steal from our mom.
This moment is heartbreaking. His 85-year-old mother takes the stand openly saying she loves her son, but she'd rather see him in prison if it means saving his life. That's raw emotional testimony. Imagine being a parent begging the court to lock up your own child for their own good.
So here's the thing. I believe what your mom's saying. I believe you were abusive to her. So are you saying you were not abusive to her? You didn't push her down?
One time, that's when I hit the last case.
All right.
In 2000, I put my hands on her.
So yeah.
Yeah,
And how old are you? How old are you?
51.
You shouldn't be living with your mom anyway. And then I do believe that you were pawning her stuff without her permission. And let me ask you something. Did she love your dad? All right. So there's no way if she loved your dad that she would be asking you to pawn her rings. And the only reason why she got some of her items back is because the neighbor said that they recognized that as hers. And they bought them back from the pawn shop for her. So here you are in your mom's home, being abusive to her. She's afraid of you. And you're using PTSD as an excuse to run amok and not do anything. And then this thing with the Lyft driver is not good either. And let me see where that is. Victim stated he is a Lyft driver and was dispatched to pick up victim 2. Victim stated he was driving to the pickup location, your address. He received a message from victim 2 stating for victim 1 to hurry because victim 2 was in danger from you. Victim 1 stated victim 2 got into victim 1's listed vehicle to depart the pickup location. Victim stated as they were driving away, suspect, that's you, caught up with victim, cut them off. And then when they're driving away, you're firing into their vehicle. They could have died. And then he's not supposed to have a weapon anywhere because of that previous family violence case. So why do you have a weapon anyway?
House.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be. So I'm not going to grant his motion. All right, this is what the court is going to do. And 2024 CR 012590, court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. This is run concurrent with 2024 CR 012469. There's to be no contact with LaKale Calloway. There's to be restitution of $3,500 to LaKale Calloway. I'll order the therapeutic community to help you with whatever issues you say you have. And 2024 CR 012469, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. This is run concurrent with 2024 CR 012590. Take in consideration 2024 CC 740803. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Patrick Baker, Jerry Baker, or
And here's the breaking point. Judge Boyd highlights that Baker had no legal right to possess a weapon, yet he fired into a Lyft driver's vehicle. Think about that. Innocent people could have died. PTSD or not. This is where public safety outweighs sympathy.
on to order the therapeutic community. So you're not allowed to have any contact with any of those people I mentioned. You're not allowed to have any more contact with your mother. You're not allowed to have any contact with your brother. If for some reason they want to have contact with you, then they'll need to file the proper cases or the proper motions to have that happen. But I'm not allowing the contact. In each case that you review the documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney, did you understand it? Because these are, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, and because in cause number 2024 CR 012469, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing.
Address the court
Yes.
before we go off the record.
All right, we're on the record. Yes.
I would ask that any monies that he pays once he is out on parole or once he discharges his sentence, that monies that he pays goes to the restitution. But I know how the parole board will be. They'll put some of that money to the fine the court assessed. I'd ask the court to reconsider the fines on the cases, zero those fines out so that Mr. Baker, as a disabled veteran, can pay with his disability checks that he's not getting while incarcerated, can pay back the complainant in the case.
I'll make an, I'm not going to zero out the fines, but I'll make an order that the court is requesting that in cause number 2024 CR 012590, that restitution takes precedent over all fine and fees.
Thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I understand mental health, but you can't use your mental health as excuses to be violent towards people. You previously received help for that, and I guess.
Judge Boyd delivers the final blow: 6 years in prison, fines, restitution, and a lifetime weapons ban. But listen closely, she also leaves a door open, telling Baker that when he gets out, if he can't find help, she'll personally find a program for him. It's tough justice, but also a rare moment of compassion.
You know, you didn't follow through. And you're saying that you don't have a drug problem, but your mom and your brother are saying you have a drug problem. Anytime you push your mom, hit your mom, sell her items, that tells me you have a drug problem. So you're going to have to look internally with yourself and find out what is going on with you and why you're doing what you're doing to your family. You understand? All right. When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place to go to get help, if I'm still here, you can come here. I'll find a placement for you. All right. Good luck to you.